Good morning, beautiful people. I hope you're all having a fantastic week. And it's Lakewatch. Hey, with friend of the show, Birdwatch. Now, those of you who watch regularly will remember that we started off with the bird feeder there, which I thought was, like easy to see. Birds would be fine with it, they'd be all over it, and we got 0 birds. And then, thanks to input from various people, I put it over here. The birds, it was alleged, might need shelter or might need to be able to feel safer. 0 birds. By the way, what's going on at the moment is, remember we have a beehive in that corner, and I love it. And these are the wee bees. They're an indigenous Thai species. If you're not paying attention, they could look like wasps because they're small, but they're not. They are Thai bees, and they are doing bee stuff all the time at the moment because the tree's in bloom. Fantastic to watch. Anyway, I moved bird feeder there, which is wide out in the open, which somebody suggested again might be a thing to do. And eagle-eyed, pun intended, eagle-eyed bird watchers will know that the amount of feed in the feeder hasn't changed whatsoever. And so the only thing left to do now is to tell the birds to fuck up now. Is to change the food and see if that's what's doing it. I got sold dodgy bird seed food. Bird food seed, I don't know what you call it. Anyway, so that's that. A bit of an update on the health of the lake, which is something I took a deep dive into a couple of months ago, and I didn't make a video of it. So, as you know, Pla-Chadu are the reason, and that's the real name, by the way, we found out. They're also known as Pla-Joker or Pla-Sucker, are a problem on the lake because they swim around the boundary, according to local fishermen, forcing all the tasty fish into the middle. And the Pla-Chadu are inedible. I think I posted a YouTube link about how inedible they are, but they are not edible. They're just grim, unless you're from Isan, and they will eat anything. That's the northeast of Thailand. So, so I wrote to the university department. One of the big universities here has a department dedicated to inland waterways. So I just wrote my message hoping that somebody spoke good enough English, explaining the situation with a map and so on. And they have been brilliant. Seriously brilliant. I mean, the English is perfect. I assume they probably studied abroad to get to be professors of this stuff. So anyway, they sent me a long email back explaining to me that this fish is not native to Thailand. It's invasive. And it's invaded the whole world. The whole world's got a problem with Pla-Chadu. So they really are the bad guys. Hence they should still be called shadowfish, because I think it's more sinister. The reason why nobody likes them is because they eat fish's eggs more than anything else. And so it stops the natural population of the lake. The indigenous population of the lake from sustaining their numbers. So that's the problem. And the guy has told me that they can teach the local fishermen some methods that will reduce that population, manage that population, and also that we need to introduce a couple of indigenous natural predators for Pla-Chadu. And those natural predators are catfish, Thai catfish, which, as everybody knows, are yummy. So the yummy fish eats the young of the not yummy evil fish, shadowfish, and controls the population naturally, returning a Thai equilibrium to the lake. So, job done, right? And they offered to send people down to teach the guys who run the Muban, because it's a private village, it's not an obator or a town council, although they do elect different leaders. So then I approached them thinking, this is straightforward, it's not going to cost them anything, we can fix the lake. And I also suggested a clean-up day called We Love the Lake, where we get some t-shirts printed up and all the local kids come down and clean the bank of the lake once every 6 months, and we throw a party. Very Thai kind of solution. Community's good, and I was met with apathy, which really upset me. Oh, it was a really big bee there. Hello, big bee. Can you see that? It's a really big bee. Anyway, so apparently the guys who built this whole village around this lake don't own the lake. And they also explained to me that they don't own the roads that go through the village, hence why the roads are so bad. The family that owned the lake, the patriarch of that family is an elderly Thai guy. This is an age-old story in Thailand, who is unable to run his company due to ill health, but hasn't passed away. And when he does, there will... Every Thai soap opera, anyone who lives in Thailand knows the next bit of the script. Regardless of what will he leaves, his children will fight over it, and it will turn out that there's some poor person involved who has an illegitimate child. She will appear, making a claim on the will, and then there'll be a mini-series made of it, and it'll be shit. And men will have bad makeup on, including really obvious red lipstick. Thai soap operas are a thing in their own right. Anyway, so the lake's in limbo. We can't do anything without the permission of an elderly man who's, you know, sadly passing away, and the executors of his business, well, they're not executors yet, but the people who are running the business, his lawyers, won't approve anything. And so that's where we are. If anyone's got any creative ideas about what we do there, then let me know. I did say to the guys here, though, there's nothing to stop us cleaning the lake, right? So let's do the We Love the Lake Day. That was met with slightly more than apathy. They said, oh, the people in this Muban, they don't do anything together, they don't talk, they're always on their computers or on their telephones and blah, 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 blah. And he just gave me reasons why not to do anything, and none why we should do it. So, but that's the nature of institutions, you know, the default position. For institutions, particularly without leadership, their first move in most situations, and this is true in companies as well, is to list the reasons why you shouldn't do something. It's a problem I've faced all my life, and nothing's new. So my lovely lake probably won't get cleaned, and the fish problem won't be solved, and yet I still love it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't fish. If I fished and the reason I lived here was for fishing, I'd probably still want to be doing something, you know, but I don't fish. I kayak, and kayaking is brilliant, and so I just have to accept that for the moment there's nothing I can do to help the local fish people. And, you know, given my name, I thought I was the man to do that. Not really, but you know what I mean. Anyway, that's it. I love you all. Bye.